Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is February the 24th, 2017. I am doing this video with very little preparation. I just have a bunch of random notes written down so you can see how I get all this coming from my heart, just bringing it out to you, the passion that I have. Please like this video. That's a new campaign that I'm trying to do. And if you don't like it, thumbs down it, but do try to thumbs up it if you like it. That is Lisbon in the background. Try to get you some better lighting today. All right, people wanted to hear my opinions of what's going on. So I'm making an extra video today because it's 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're having This Week in Bitcoin. So come back at 7 p.m. for This Week in Bitcoin Eastern time. I'm doing this video special because there's been so much news since the Amanda Johnson video. That was great yesterday, the Amanda Johnson interview. A lot of you enjoyed it. Andy Hoffman was earlier in the week. That was great. We're bringing you all sorts of great stuff here on this channel, and I'm really proud of it. I'm obviously very passionate about Bitcoin. If you're new, there are a lot of new people around that are just hearing about Bitcoin being $1,200. Welcome to this channel. You're going to get it from the heart here. So, and we have a panel, 3 panelists today as usual on This Week in Bitcoin. This is our 6th week doing it. I've had different panelists every week. There'll be different panelists this week. There'll be different panelists next week also. Someone, I'm not going to name everybody's name, as you probably don't know 2 of them, or there might be 4 today. But Juan Galt is supposed to be on. You probably have heard of him if you're familiar with the Bitcoin space or the libertarian space. He's down in Mexico. So what do we have written down here? And again, this is in no logical order. I am just going from the heart. Vinny Lingham has a tweet. I will link to it below. I haven't linked to it yet, but I'll get around to it because I couldn't prepare this video. He says that when Bitcoin gets to 1,300, it's going to zoom through there just like it zoomed through 800, just like he predicted. Okay, very interesting. Vinny, hey, he's gotten things right before. Let's mention him. So why are we at $1,200 right now? A lot of people are wondering. I mean, that's the big story that's out there. Why are we at $1,200? It's because of the rumors that are circulating about the SEC approving the Winklevoss ETF. You can go to mainstream sites or sort of mainstream sites. I mean, Bloomberg's very mainstream, and they have Bitcoin articles. They're like, Bitcoin's hitting an all-time high, and we're going to talk about what really is an all-time high in a second. And on rumors that the Winklevoss, the ETF is going to get approved, and people are. I mean, the volume. You look at the volume numbers on CoinMarketCap. Huge volume numbers. People getting into Bitcoin or trading Bitcoin. Excuse me. So it's clear what's going on here. It's the opposite of FUD. It's insanity that's going. People think this is going to get passed, and I still do not think it is going to get passed. Thus, you know, it's at $1,200 right now, or around $1,200, and I'm happy. I mean, this is good for me. This is good for all of us, but it's good for me. But it hasn't even hit me yet because I am. And he could get to $1,400 by March 11th or the day that the last day they're allowed to. The SEC is going to make their announcement. But if they don't approve it, which I don't think they're going to approve it, these same speculators that are bringing it up, they are going to sell high, and baby, they're going to keep selling, bring that thing all the way down. I mean, it might go below 1,000 again. So be prepared for that. Have a strong hand. This is serious stuff we're talking about because a lot of people are going. So, I mean, here's a question to ask yourself if you're a buy and hold person on the buy aspect of it. There's no question about holding now. Okay, no question about holding. But if you're interested in buying more, this is what you got to ask yourself. Do I truly believe this ETF is going to pass? If you truly believe that, and I do not believe that, I truly believe it will not be passed. But I'd love to be wrong. But if you truly believe that, then yeah, buying at $1,200, you're going to be cool. But if you don't think it's going to pass, and when the crash happens, how far down do you think it's going to go? And think like, well, if it's going to go down to I think it's going to go down to 990. I'll just buy it at 990. So take all that into consideration. All right. Also, BTC sessions. he came out with a great video just talking about all the scams. I will link to it below. I'm actually going to be on his show tomorrow. We're going to tape it tomorrow, so you'll see me on his channel soon enough. All right, Tone Bays has a tweet out there, and I will link to it eventually. It's not linked to right now, saying that the all-time high of Bitcoin in the United States is really $1,242, because that is how high the insanity went at Mt. Gox. And you know what? I'm gonna stick with that, because let's just clear it all out. To get a real all-time high, let's be unanimous. Unanimous is a big word now that everyone uses. You're close to it, 95% for segue to approval, right? So let's wait till it gets to 1242 till we really start popping the champagne. And again, this is being fueled by this mainstream. And you know what? I'm happy the mainstream media is talking about this. At least people are finding out about Bitcoin. But I am being contacted by people that are like, I just want to buy the ETF. I can't learn how to do this Bitcoin thing. I mean, we are the elite here. The people that are here right now, if you know how to buy, if you're willing to take the time to learn how to go to Coinbase, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, because not everyone can do this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been laughing. If you can't take the time to go to Coinbase, then you're like desperate for Bitcoin. You're like, I'll wait till this ETF comes out. I'll buy other things. I mean, the people who understand how to use Coinbase, hey, you might think it's real simple, and for some of us it is real simple, but we're in the elite because you're actually you're close to almost having your private key in your possession. Coinbase, if you store it at Coinbase, that's not the best idea. You don't really control your Bitcoin at that point, but it's better than like having it at ETF or having some other third party control it. All these other weird options that are out there. Okay, so and again, if you're a new person, email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. We could talk about these type of things. Again, eventually, if you have a consultation with me, this costs money. I mean, my time is money here. I'm sorry, but you can send me emails. I love to email people. adam@tresorhelp.com, and we'll talk about like what are the steps to do to get to Coinbase and buy your Bitcoin. But those of us who own our own Bitcoin, you're in great shape. You're in really good shape, because there are a lot of people trying to knock down the door, but they're scared of like holding. And anyway, China coin. People are mentioning how China wants to have their own cryptocurrency. Means nothing in the world. I don't even want to talk about it. But the one thing that's important, because it's an intranet. They want to have an intranet, their own control grid over their own people. But still, the people will be able to get their hands on Bitcoin. They'll want Bitcoin even more. Their people. At least it's getting some Bitcoin, some mainstream coverage by the Chinese talking about how they want to have their own coin. It's ridiculous, their coin, though. It isn't going to hurt Bitcoin at all. It actually is going to help Bitcoin. And oh yeah, I forgot to thank everyone for all the cryptocurrency that has been sent my way. Thank you for the Pepe Cash stuff, guys. I don't even understand what that is, but you sent me a lot of it, or some of it. Thank you to the people. Counterparty is so clunky using it. I mean, that's how you view your Pepe Cash. Such a funky site. I know there used to be some hardcore evangelists about how great Counterparty is. Their wallet site is terrifying. It's horrible. Thanks for the people saying the Bitcoin, like 2 different people recently, 3 different people. Thank you very much. Dash, thank you for the Dash. A lot of people have been sending Dash. Thank you very much. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, I'm going to link to the Tone Bays, his last show before he went down to Mexico. He rants against Bitcoin Unlimited, and hey, I agree with his rant against Bitcoin. I think he's too worried about Bitcoin Unlimited, but he reiterates that if there ever was a fork, that would be the horrible thing for Bitcoin. So going to the Bitcoin Unlimited, some of the things that are mentioned with Bitcoin Unlimited, why we need Bitcoin Unlimited now, like desperately, is because so many people can't buy their coffee correctly with small things. I mean, I use coffee as an example. Coffee's like $5, I think. I don't know. I've never had coffee in my life, yet I'm still so energetic. How does that work? Anyway, so people want to spend $5 with their cryptocurrency for some unknown reason. Okay. But it takes, you have large fees. You get charged like what, 30 cents That's not cool. No one likes that. And it takes 30 minutes for the transaction to go through sometimes, or maybe even longer. So you can't get your coffee. The coffee place can't give you the coffee because they don't have your Bitcoin yet. What's up with that? So let's just have this thing expand the block size and risk a hard fork, because in theory, there are a lot of people trying to do this now. So I have brought up in other videos, how many people really, look at Liz, how many people really want to use Bitcoin for this right now? How many really? And how many merchants really want to aren't willing to wait for the time to go by? I mean, how many people are doing this? How many of the transactions are really doing this right now? And something that Tone Vase brings up is that, like, he thinks most of the transactions are black market stuff right now. And maybe not most, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he brings up specific things like prostitution, drug dealing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is my easy solution to the coffee problem. Use Litecoin. Use Litecoin. It's fast. Get your merchant to accept Litecoin. Let's promote or Ethereum Classic, maybe. I mean, something else. But Litecoin is the easy. It's all it is Bitcoin. It's just a simple, fast Bitcoin. And again, let's not even talk about how they're trying to implement segregated witness now, because right now they have a lot of empty. It's still fast right now. They're not clogged up like Bitcoin supposedly is clogged up, okay, with transactions taking a while. I haven't played around with Litecoin lately, but apparently it's still as fast as ever. So there's a real easy solution right there. That's why we have a competition between cryptocurrencies. It's a free market competition. So again, if this is such an important thing to people, they'd be moving to Litecoin right now and using it, or Ethereum Classic, or Ethereum, or whatever. Now, are those things really even? So are people using other coins right now? No, not. So again, I would love to know how many people really use Bitcoin to buy coffee, how big of a problem this really is. But, and again, if you're a great entrepreneur out there and you really think this is awesome, that this is a need, Litecoin, start a marketing campaign, buy Litecoin for cheap right now, start a marketing campaign, go to all your favorite businesses, tell them to accept Litecoin. If people are into this type of thing, using cryptocurrency to buy coffee and little things, then it'll flourish and the Litecoin price will go up, and all that Litecoin that you bought will be worth a lot more. Hey, there you go. Enough of that. So I'll link to the Jerry over at Classic Ether. He summarizes what's going over with the Treasury proposal at Ethereum Classic. I'll link to that. I'm going to link to a Charlie Lee Reddit. Ask him anything. It was very, very interesting. I was on Crush the Street. I forgot to mention that. A lot of you already know. That will also be linked to below. What else do we have? I don't want to be skipping anything here. There's just a lot of, oh, here, CNBC. I'll conclude with this here, but everyone knows how I don't like people to be wasteful. CNBC, which is supposed to be a network, a website that deals with finances of regular American people, they have an article about how someone tried a $5,000 hamburger and it was absolutely worth it. That's why some people call it CNBS, because I mean, this leads people down. I know no one's going to buy a $5,000 hamburger that probably watched it, but it just shows how to be gluttonous and how to waste money, how cool that is. Let me tell you, imagine if you spent $5,000 on Bitcoin a half year ago when it was $600. Now you have $10,000. You could have bought a lot of hamburgers, and don't eat the bread on the hamburger anyway. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to go into that chat session and see if any of you guys, again, I'm going to the chat session. Does anyone have questions? People who are watching this on tape, turn it off now. Adam, can you do a video on how to store Dash on the Trezor? Thanks. Actually, it's pretty easy. If you log into your Trezor right now in the upper left-hand or right-hand corner, you just click on where it says Bitcoin, and it'll give you a drop-down menu that lets you pick Dash, and it's that simple. You just do what you did before with your Bitcoin, but on the Dash side right there. So there's a pull-down menu that might be hard to find in that upper left-hand or right-hand corner where it says Bitcoin. But and that reminds me, Dash was in the news. I will link to that article. They mentioned there was some CEO of a business that they're doing business with that was kind of ripping on Bitcoin and says that it's not hot anymore. I don't agree with that at all. I will link to that article, but Dash has a new partnership. And this is part of the reason the Dash price is surging, because we're getting news. I guess I shouldn't have told people to turn off this video yet, because I'm bringing up stuff that I forgot to bring up. Okay, what other questions are there here? Right here, awesome video. Yeah, thank you. A million pizzas. Just give us, okay, let's get a real question here. I'm turning this thing off in a minute. I want to use Bitcoin. Side chains will take care of transaction speed, I think. Thank you, Shane. Shane's got an awesome channel out there. Check him out, Shane the Independent Optimist. All right, no one has any questions then. Tune back in at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight for This Week in Bitcoin. We've got special guests, special panel. As usual, it's always a special panel. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. I think someone's hanging out on a balcony back there. Wow, that's great. And please like this video. Seriously, if you like it, thumbs it up. Chat with everyone. Bye-bye.